When my sister wins, I win at the Sisters Cafe.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this segment of Sisters Cafe, where we gather with our favorite cafe beverage for real talk, heartfelt moments, community support, information, education, and prayer partners. Here at the cafe, we sip on truth, pour out love, and stir in a whole lot of sisterhood. Whether you're driving to work, unwinding at home, or still in a moment for yourself, this is your time, your table, and your tribe. I'm your host, Gladys B, and this is your safe space to breathe, grow, heal, be inspired, empowered, but above all, be your best self. Be sure to follow me on all social media and podcast platforms. You can catch me every Wednesday on Power Influence Radio for Woman Crush Wednesday at noon. We are accepting Women Crush Wednesday nominations for the awards brunch in March. So make sure you get in those nominations. We are looking for the amazing women in your life who do spectacular things that nobody knows about. We want to honor them. We want to reward them. We want to spotlight them. So send in those applications. Let me know who the person is. I would need a photo of them and why you are nominated. And this awards brunch will be in March, and we will be able to award that person their Woman Crush Wednesday award. I'm so excited. That's going to be so much fun. So much fun. We're going to be able to get together, reward people, spotlight the amazing women that we know, and eat. Can't go wrong that way, right? Who does it? Who does not like brunch? Brunch is beautiful. It is. I love brunch. I really, really do. I really, really do. I think it's a cool thing. It's so cool. Download the Daily Faith Network app on your Roku TV, Fire Stick, or Apple TV. And you can go to the Sisters Cafe channel. Y'all, we are a whole channel now. Go to the Daily Faith Network and you can catch me on demand, or you can catch me nightly at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is on Daily Faith Network. Go over to that YouTube channel and lock Sisters Cafe in. That way, every segment that comes out, you'll be notified and you don't miss nothing. But we got some big, big news, you guys. If you haven't heard, the 2026 Sisters Cafe I Win Conference is coming to Houston. Yes, that's right. March 27th and 28th. I Win Conference. You don't want to miss this. March 27th, March 28th, we will be in Houston. So that means I'm looking for vendors, advertisers, volunteers, and a whole lot of sponsors. If you are ready to expand your reach for your business, your product, your ministry, become a sponsor so that way you are everywhere we are. I'm super excited about this, but for all information, if you missed any of that, just go over to the website at www.sisterscafeinc.com and you can take your time and browse, read all the pages, see what's going on, and get any information that you need. But yes, calling all sponsors, vendors, volunteers, and advertisers. Hit me up. Hit me up. We can do this. Let's do this, and let's do this together. We know what our motto is. When my sister wins, I win. So we need to all be at that I Win conference. I cannot wait, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so, so excited. But if you need more information, please go to the website or send me a message and we can talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I guess the biggest question I have for y'all is, what's in your cup? That's the most important part of this segment. What is in your cup? Well, I decided to use a cinnamon stick this morning instead of the coffee stirs. I don't know if I taste any cinnamon because I'm not sure it's actually coming off of here, but I figured if I keep stirring, If I keep stirring, it's something to happen. Something. Oh, wow. It is. Okay, so that's the trick to it. I have to let it sit and I have to heat it up in the coffee. Oh, wow. That's some good cinnamon. So, what I have is some breakfast blend coffee with my butter pecan creamer and my cinnamon stick. Oh, this is good, you guys. This is, yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. For y'all that don't know, I do believe a good cup of coffee is like love in a cup. It is love in a cup. Can you guys believe it is almost the end of November? Like, just like that. And here we are. Next week is Thanksgiving. But November, we generally focus on gratitude and thankfulness and things like that, which I think is awesome. But today, let's talk about gratitude. Let's talk about healing and preparing for this new year. Tag somebody that's rocked with you all year that you are super grateful for. Having people in your life that support you and you know that they rocking with you, I feel like that makes a difference in your everyday life. It makes a difference when you can have a vision or an idea, but you got people that's going to push it out of you or pull it out of you or help you get to where you got to go, if nothing else but to listen. So those people, they're rare. They're very, very rare, but tag those people. So we want to let them know that you are grateful for them. So November comes with a lot of awareness days. I don't know why I air quoted because they are awareness days, but it's about 20 of them. We're going to talk about a couple, but there's literally like 20 of them. And then there's a few major things that happen in November, like Veterans Day. Happy belated Veterans Day to all the veterans. Thank you. Thank you very much for your service. Veterans Day is big for me. We actually, what did we do for Veterans Day? So, for Veterans Day, you get free meals as a vet. So what we did was we planned it out. So IHOP had a free big breakfast. It was very nice breakfast for the vets. So we hit up IHOP. PF Chang's had a free lunch, and then Golden Corral had free dinner. So needless to say, my husband and I were super full on Veterans Day, but that was fun. It was so much fun, not just because of the free meals, but to be out and about, to meet different veterans. We got to shake hands with people. We got to meet people. We got to talk and conversate with people we don't know. And that to me is amazing. We get to witness to people. We get to inspire, or you be inspired by different people and their stories and what they've done. I think that's amazing. This is amazing. And I'm saying that because I think sometimes when we come across older people, possibly the ones in the nursing homes, or we might see them in the hospitals. I see them in the VA all the time. But I think we kind of overlook them. And hear me out. We overlook them in a sense of you'd be surprised what their story is. Oh my goodness. Yes, they're a little frail and older right now, but you don't know that this person saved the country, or this person rewrote laws, or this person built a whole community by themselves. Or, you know what I mean? This one saved somebody out of a burning car. This one used to wrestle. You look at them and you can't tell what they were. But if you sit down and have a conversation with a seasoned person, you would learn something. You would absolutely learn something. I think that is I love to listen. I love to listen, know their stories, know their backgrounds, what they did, what they accomplished, what they've been through, what they've conquered. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. But yes, Veterans Day is also important to me because I happen to be a vet. Not only am I a vet, I am actually what? A Navy granddaughter, a Navy daughter, a Navy sister, a Navy mom, and a Navy vet. And I'm married to an Army vet. Go figure. Go figure. I won't hold it against him. But I love Veterans Day. I love being out there. I love the American flag when it's flowing. Everybody ever pay attention to it when it's just flowing in the wind? I love that. I love that. It just makes me want to salute it. Seriously. Seriously. But I love that. I'm super excited, as you can tell. But other than Veterans Day, we got Thanksgiving coming up. Oh my goodness. Thanksgiving. Are y'all cooking or are y'all going somewhere? Who's cooking? Cooking or going somewhere else? Put that in the comments and let me know. What is your favorite dish for Thanksgiving? Some people it's turkey, some people like the ham. Different people like different things. I remember when the kids were younger, and I'm not sure why I do this, but I only make mac and cheese either, for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. Like, that's it. I remember my son asking me, he had to be about 13 or 15. Gary asked, why do I only make mac and cheese during Christmas and Thanksgiving? But I don't have an answer. I don't know why. I don't do it any other time, but it might be something I'll start. My husband likes mac and cheese, so maybe I'll start. But what are y'all cooking? What are y'all cooking? But you know what? I'm going to save that for next week's conversation. And y'all let me know what you're cooking. So that way next week I get to shout you out. And also to make sure that you get me a to-go plate. Seriously. So we also experienced daylight savings time this month. It gets so dark so quick. I think around like 4:35. It'd be so late. And it makes you feel like it's bedtime. Like, it's nighttime, so it's bedtime. Does anybody else feel like that? If it gets dark, hey, I'm in the house. It's time to wind down because it is nighttime. So we got a few monthly observances for the month of November. National Gratitude Month. Isn't that fitting? We should all. It shouldn't even just be a November thing. And notice it's a month. So it's National Gratitude Month. So from November 1st to November 30th, I think, November 30th. There's a song to remember which months have 31, which months have 30, but I don't know the song. Grandma taught it to me, but I don't remember. If y'all know the song, somebody knows the song, send it to me. I think that's cool, but it's the way to remember what months have 30 days and what months have 31 days. This is National Entrepreneurship Month. Shout out to all the entrepreneurs and the self-employed. Y'all, I want to do a whole show on self-employment, but most people feel when somebody is an entrepreneur or they are self-employed, it's almost like y'all feel like they got time to do whatever they want to do. Well, you don't clock in, so, you don't have to be at work. But I don't think people understand self-employment it takes up more of your time than to just clock in at 9 and clock out at 5. You don't get to clock out at 5. You don't. When you are self-employed, you are the person who opens, you are the customer service, you are the accounting, you are HR, you're your social media marketing, you're your advertising director, you are your everything. So no, that doesn't necessarily mean you get to clock out at 5 being self-employed. But shout out to all the entrepreneurs. I know y'all working, keep it up because it will pay off. Y'all go ahead and shout out your favorite entrepreneur in the comment. Let them know they are doing a wonderful job. It's also National Family Caregiver Month. I think this is one of the most unrecognized, one of them, unrecognized positions that there is. Caregivers are a big part of the world. And I say that not just because I've experienced, my mom used to be a caregiver. So I've seen the things that she's had to do, the things that she could no longer do because she's now a caregiver. But what I do recognize all the time, and shout out to the caregivers that are caring for vets. I see that all the time at the VA. They're making sure their appointments are scheduled. They're making sure that they get to where they got to go and they got their medicine and everything that they need. They make sure they got a ride and they have food and they just take really good care of them. So shout out to family caregivers because this is National Family Caregiver Month. You guys, this is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. If you don't know anything about lung cancer, this is a great month to learn because it is real. It is real. We don't like cancer as it is, but lung cancer is not a good thing. No cancer is a good thing, but become a little bit aware, especially if you have anybody in your family that is dealing with it. It's also National Diabetes Month. Y'all, we need to reverse this. We need to reverse it. Diabetes is something you don't necessarily see when people are diagnosed with it. It's one of those illnesses where people look totally fine, but they're not totally fine. With diabetes and having high sugar is just eating away at your organs, your eyesight, your nerves. So let's keep that under control and work diligently to reverse it. It's also National Scholarship Month. Scholarships are wonderful. They're so helpful. They're so very helpful. And there's so many places for people who are looking to donate or be involved in certain causes or awarenesses. Look up scholarships. This helps people in various ways. And it's not just school. There are scholarships for a lot of things. There's scholarships for businesses or people who want to go in businesses. I mean, I guess that's grants as well, but scholarships are important. And if you want to help, you can give into that so that they can keep their scholarship fund going. It is also National Adoption Month. I thought about that at one time. I did. I was meeting children. I had met various children who did not have a home. They're in an orphanage or a child facility of some sort. And at one point, I actually considered it. I actually considered it because I felt like I had something to give. Although I had 3 boys, I kept saying to myself, one more wouldn't hurt. It really wouldn't, especially if I'm giving that person or that child a life, happiness, joy, peace, and a chance to grow up and be great. It didn't really work out that way. Seeing as though I kept looking at my 3, I'm like, I don't know about 4, but I never did. But I think adoption is amazing. People who adopt, shout out to you for giving somebody else a chance at a wonderful life. My hats are off to you. It's also National Healthy Skin Month. Everybody take a moment and go to your esthetician and make sure that your skin is doing great. Dermatologists, things like that. Do what you can for your skin, not just in November. Let's keep that skin right all year long. This is a new one. It is National Inspirational Role Models Month. Who knew? I didn't. Role models. Role models are imperative. And I think it should be something that we strive for. Like, seriously, while people are watching you, children are watching you, you inspire somebody. You do. You inspire somebody. They're not talking to you and they may not say nothing, but they see you. This is why you got to keep moving and keep pushing for your dreams and keep reaching your goals. Go for it. Go for it. You are going to inspire somebody. So, yeah, that is National Inspirational Role Models Month. Y'all drop the name of your role model or one of your role models in the comments so we can say thank you to those who have gone before us or who have shown us the way. After you do that, drop in an awareness for November that personally affects you or your family. So, one of the awareness days, you might have to look them up, but one of the awareness days that affects you personally or somebody you love, go ahead and drop that in the comments. So, we know that November is usually the thankful month. I'm not gonna lie, in November, December, especially when it starts getting cold, I love it. I love it. I love it. But what I love is everybody seems to get this generosity streak, this joy streak. It just starts to happen around the holidays, and I love it. Everybody's smiling and cheesing and saying hello to each other, and Christmas shopping and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing. You can feel the love, you can feel the joy, and I think it's super, super exciting. So November, we are thankful. All year long, we are thankful, but for this cause, we are speaking of November. But I kind of want to talk to you about how gratitude heals what hurts you. Gratitude can heal what hurts you. Gratitude can be used in a spiritual and mental way. It's more like it can be a medicine of some sort. Why? Because I've personally experienced that gratitude overshadows everything else, if that makes sense. It overshadows things that have hurt me in the past. It's overshadowed people who have hurt me in the past. Things that maybe I'm not totally satisfied with, or things that I might think I lack or anything like that. Gratefulness, it cancels it out. When you are grateful and filled with gratefulness, you have no room for nothing else. Like real talk. It takes practice. I'm gonna be honest. It takes practice, but once you get it in your spirit for real, every time you even think of something to complain about, you quickly, and I mean quickly, replace that with something that you're thankful for. I'll give you a good example. Years ago, our house was robbed. Somebody, I guess they were teenagers, but they robbed the house. And the children were not home, even though I thought they were, because that's what I told them to do, but they were not there. And I'm saying children, but they had to be about 15, 16, 17 at this time. They weren't in the house, but the police called and let me know that my house had been robbed. And first thing I asked, oh my God, my children are there. They let me know there was nobody in the house, and they let me know that they came through, through the window, and then came to the living room and out the front door. And what's crazy about that is he said they had to be watching because they came in for something specific, and then they left. They came in and got all the game systems. So in the front room at the time, we had the big TV, and then there was, I think, a PS, however many PSs right there. I know there was a Wii and I think an Xbox at the time, because Deontay loves games. So all of his games are sitting there with the games to play on the side. And that's what they came in, and they didn't even take the TV. They took the systems and they took the games. Oh, and grabbed Gary's laptop. So when I got home, I felt so violated. Like, ew, somebody was in my house that I don't know. And on top of that, somebody had been watching us go in and out of our house. Who does that? They're literally watching. They're literally looking to see what's in the house. And I don't know how long that had happened, but that was weird. So weird. It was a weird, eerie eerie feeling that somebody had been in my house. But as I was going through the day, because I'm like, God, what is going on? But I'm like, you know what? First of all, I am grateful that my children had left the house. I think they went to the mall or something like that. I don't quite remember. But when I tell you, I was super grateful that the children weren't in the house. So gratitude immediately canceled out the woe is me, like canceled. Yeah, who cares about that part? My children weren't there. God, thank you for protecting my babies. Two, I wasn't there. That could have went way left had any of us been in the house. But the final thing that made me grateful is my neighbor happened to film the break-in and call the police. That's how the police got there. But my neighbor filmed the break-in through her window. So by the time that these teenagers got out of my house and down the street, the police were already there. Already there. They got them and they were able to take back all the things that they have stolen. But what I was grateful for was that they had hit about 10 houses in that neighborhood. But all their stuff was returned. And I remember saying, you know what? It was my house that was the catalyst. Maybe I had to be the example. Maybe it was just for such a time as this that everybody was able to get their stuff returned. So I was grateful, still a little eerie that somebody was in the house and that they could get in, but I was super, super grateful. Grateful for protection, grateful that my neighbor was home, grateful that my neighbor knew those weren't my children jumping through the window. And that was one thing that I always kept. I didn't allow my kids to have people running in and out of the house, in and out of the house, in and out of the house. It didn't go like that. So my neighbor absolutely knew for a fact those weren't my children. So I'm grateful for that. Gratefulness took away my thought of complaint. Why did this happen to me? Why did they do this? Now I got to replace the window. Now I got to, none of that's happening because I was just too grateful. I was so grateful. Another grateful experience that I can share with you is a recent one. A recent one. What I like about God is that he can do things that make you forget the bad things that happen. And I'm saying that because some of us have been in horrible relationships, just horrible relationships. But when I tell you God can take that and exchange it for gratefulness and grace and love and peace, some of us was talking about old relationships and things like that. And I'm like, I don't even care. Like, oh my God. When I tell you I am so grateful for what God has put in my life, I don't care what anybody else has done. Anything anybody else has done to me, you know what? More power to you. It's gratefulness. Gratefulness is a medicine. Y'all got to try it. You got to try it. But it keeps a smile on your face. Being grateful for things that are, I want to say small, but they're not really small. Being grateful, there's things that just make you smile. Those are the things that you have to keep around you. I have a thing for cows. Don't ask. Don't ask. I don't know what it is about this cow thing that I like, but I love to see cows. We often do road trips. We do road trips all the time, or we might take detours in the city just to see what's around. But I love driving by cows. I like to see what they're doing, what they're eating, who they herd with, who they hanging with. Again, I have no explanation of why, so don't ask. But it's a small thing. It's a small thing, but it makes me smile. It absolutely makes me smile. Babies, some babies, makes you just smile. That's all you can do. Or when you see a little person a 2, 3, 4-year-old, just the cutest things in the world. It just makes you smile. Y'all drop in the comments some things that make you smile. Cup of coffee, real talk. Love in a cup makes me smile. Cafes, driving, seeing things I've never seen before. I mean, just grateful for things and for life. Just grateful. I know I'm going way off the deep end with this gratefulness, but y'all, it's a real thing. Live in a state of gratefulness, and it will undo the hurt and the trauma and the things that you're holding on to. It'll allow you to release it. Real talk. Real talk. Find things on purpose. Sometimes you might have to write it out. Write it out so that you can visually see. Write down the things you are grateful for. Don't think about what you don't have. Don't think about what you don't have, what you could have, where you could be, what I could be doing. None of that. Just write down the things that you are grateful for. And if you don't mind, share it. Share it in the comments. At least 1 or 2 things that you are grateful for this year. Tip number 6 for week number 6 is create boundaries. We are such in the people pleasing mode that we don't know how to create boundaries, not understanding that boundaries equal peace. Believe it. Boundaries equal peace. Create your boundaries. Whatever that looks like for you, it's your boundary, and that's okay. They will either respect it or they don't. So often we get frustrated and we're mad, and we're upset, and we're exhausted, but we don't create boundaries to eliminate that. Understand that boundaries equal peace. And whatever boundaries you create, follow those boundaries as well. Because if I don't want you to call me after 5 p.m., I'm not going to call you after 5 p.m. But we must create boundaries. We live in a world that anybody and everybody can find us and contact us at any time. There's no shutdown, there's no stop, there's no quiet, there's no peace. We always on Facebook, we can't put down our phones, and we don't create boundaries because we allow everybody in, not just through the phone, but Facebook. We are allowing a lot of people in our personal lives just through posting. Just through posting. How many times, I know this is funny to me, but when somebody posts, please pray for me, don't ask, just pray for me. And the first thing people want to know is, well, what's going on? Well, what's wrong? Now you're the topic of conversation because you asked for prayer, and it shouldn't be that. We should be a people who can just pray whether we know what's going on or not. Me personally, I don't want to know. Is that bad? I don't know if it's bad, but I don't want to know. I'd rather tell God to allow his will to be done. Let your will be done in this situation, whatever it may be. Because sometimes we tend to take on certain baggage that doesn't belong to us. And that's a whole nother tip, real talk. Do not take on other people's baggage. Let's be careful not to do that, because even then we're not creating boundaries for ourselves. People that we talk to, people that we're around, we allow their stuff to come into our lives and our headspace and our mental, and that's not creating a boundary. If people are used to tugging on you, because we're used to that. People need this, people want this, people want this. They, and it's sad because a lot of people don't really, sorry, bust your bubble, but people don't like you. They like what you do for them. Understand that. Because the minute you don't do, you're replaced. So that's too how you can find out whether check your squad, right? Hashtag check your squad all day. That's how you can find out who's with you and who is not with you. Because the moment I stop doing what I do for you, you still rocking with me, or you ain't got no need for me no more. Find that out, because that's how you can find out who's with you and who's not. But a lot of people use people. And don't get me wrong, we all should benefit one another.
I'm not gonna lie, we should benefit one another in some way. If you don't add to my life, why are you here? Why are you here? If I don't add to your life, then I need to remove myself from your life. I want to add. I want to be complementary to you in whatever relationship we have. If that's work, if that's church, if that's marriage, if that's friendship, whatever it may be, it should benefit. It should. It really, really should. But we have to create boundaries. If the phone turns off at 10, I have one strict boundary, and that is, well, I don't have one, I have a few, but the one big one is I don't answer the phone before church on Sunday, before church period, but more so on Sundays. A lot of times on my drive to church, I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not. I am on my way to see the king. I am on my way to see the king, and I ain't feeling all that right. I can't, because what you don't know is what they have possibly have to say. I don't need to be upset. If it can be hold on till I get out of church, and then we'll talk about it. But I'm not going into church with my own stuff and then with your stuff as well. I don't need you to take me to a whole different mental space because of what you got going on right then. So we must create boundaries. We must create boundaries. And that way it keeps peace within you. So tip number 6 for week number 6, create boundaries. See you next week for another tip on how to be the best version of you. Be sure to subscribe to the website at www.sisterscafeinc.com. And if you haven't, go get your cup.
It's time for Ask the Table. All right, question for the table. What is one thing that you need to harvest before the year ends? It's November. Y'all, it's almost December. My God, today. What do you need to finish in 2025? What's holding you back, or what has been holding you back? And do you feel like you need accountability somewhere in your life? You can answer those questions. You can put it in the comments. You can send me a message. You can send me an email. But what is one thing you need to harvest before the year ends? Real talk, what is something that God told you to do that you have not done yet? One thing that God told you to do that you have not done yet. I suggest you get on it. Like, real talk. We are literally in November, the end of November. I'm so excited for Thanksgiving next weekend. But anyway, what is one thing you need to harvest before the year ends? I got a second question for the table. Who do you need to forgive before 2025 ends? Y'all, don't let the year go down on your wrath. I know that's not what it says, but that's what I'm saying. Don't let it pass. Don't let it pass you by. And that goes back to gratefulness. When we are grateful and we live in a grateful state, it is super easy to forgive. It really is. It really, really is. Practice gratefulness. Practice it. It makes you light, is I guess the best word I can think of, because when you have hatred or malice, unforgiveness, jealousy, triggers, trauma, all rejection issues, daddy issues, mommy issues, family issues, all these things weigh you down. Like, if you can imagine me leaning on you all day, that is what those things do for you. Gratefulness takes those things off. Literally, it takes the things off and it makes you light. It makes you free. It makes you smile. It makes you happy. Gratefulness is the way to go. Let's increase our gratitude so that we can heal what hurts us. So I got some, did y'all answer those questions? So I got some quick fire questions for you. Like real talk. I'm gonna ask and you got to put it in there. So you got to be quick. Got to be quick. All right. So quick fire questions. For Thanksgiving, dressing or stuffing? Turkey or ham? Black Friday or stay home? Sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie? In-laws house or your house? Give me those answers in the comments. I hope y'all was moving. I hope y'all was moving fast. But that is so funny. That is so funny. But that is going to be a part of our segments all the time, the rapid fire. So I hope y'all can type fast. So I got some fun days for November. November 7th was National Hug a Bear Day. Now, let's be clear. I guess we can't be clear. So are we speaking of hug a bear? Or are we speaking of hug a stuffed bear? Can somebody find that out for me? I'm a little concerned because I don't know if I'm going to celebrate that day. Even though I wouldn't mind hugging a bear, I don't want to die because it. Y'all, did I ever tell you about when we were in the Smoky Mountains? And when you check into the retreat, they tell you and warn you of bears, but they give you the tips so that you can stay bear safe, which is don't put your trash outside. Basically, look around your surroundings before you go. And if you do see them, do not run. Yeah. That's a hard thing not to do when you see a bear. But it tells do not run. Do not run. So it was funny because, well, I guess it wasn't really funny because it was a little scary. But every time you come out of your cabin, you know, you want to just look around. Our car wasn't parked in front of us. Our car was down there because we were at the very top of the hill. So the car was like a little bit down that way. And, you know, we walked out. I'm on my phone looking down. And we just walking and we're holding hands because that's what we do when we walk. We're holding hands. I'm on the phone. And my husband says very gently, baby, there's a bear. You know? I thought he was playing because of the way he said it. And I said, where? And he put his head over that way. And sure enough, here comes a black bear. And I guess my instinct was to run because he grabbed I was about to take off. Like, you want to see a big girl run, bring a bear. But he grabs my hand, don't run. So we start to fast walk, like real talk. So by this time, the bear is behind us. He's behind us. So I get in the car and I'm like, don't worry about opening my car because he was still going to open my car door. I'm like, just go get in the car. So we jump in the car. And as I was closing my door to lock it, saw the bear right there behind me, like right there at the bush. And when I tell you, I was like, oh my God. So we're all in the car whispering like, where do you think it's going? Oh my God, look at it. Look at that big bear. We're whispering like he could hear us or anything, but we did video him or her. Should I say, we found out it was a her as she passed by. And clearly she had just had cubs or something because you could see her udders. I don't know what you call them, bears. I know the udders for cows, but what do you call bears? But anyway, somebody let me know. I know bears don't have udders, I don't think. Or do you call all of them udders? Do we call ours udders? Anyway, November 13th is World Kindness Day. Yeah, be kind all year. Be kind all year. And I'm hoping on November 13th you were extra kind. Woo, November 17th, National Take a Hike Day. I think that's on my bucket list, y'all. I don't know what else to call it but a bucket list. But I would like to backpack and hike somewhere. It just got to be no snakes and no bears and no not cows. It just got to be a place without snakes, big bugs, and rats or something. I don't want animals wherever I'm hiking. So so far I've not found a place to hike where there are not animals that might eat you. So as of right now, no hiking for me. But November 23rd, perfect National Espresso Day. That is a good national day. National Espresso. So y'all, are you coffee or you espresso or are you both? So we went to Italy and we had espresso like every day, every day, every day. It was so funny, but I loved it. I love to see that everywhere you go, you could have espresso. So cappuccino was for morning, and then espresso, you have to order espresso afternoon, I believe it was. So anything after noon, you have to order an espresso. You can't be ordering coffee and cappuccino after noon has passed in Italy. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and I enjoyed it. And the smell, oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to have to find a clip of one of the espresso places that I went in. Watch this. It's peach. Let me see it.
Caffè, c'è la fredda.
Thank you.
We had a complete ball in Italy. It was amazing. And I was so grateful, so grateful to have the opportunity to even be there. But I'm going to have to give y'all a video. Stay connected to the page and everything because I'm still working on the video for Italy and the one for Brazil. But yeah, stay connected so that you can see what I see. So November 30th is Small Business Saturday. We love Small Business Saturdays. Y'all shout out your businesses or somebody's business that you know. We usually have those pop-ups and small business markets, which I think are amazing. I love having the opportunity not just to get my products out there, but because you get to meet so many people that are like-minded and that are doing the same thing you are. Everybody's trying to build. Everybody's trying to grow. And guess what? Because you grow, don't take away my growth. We must learn at some point in our lives that everybody gets a chance to shine. Your shine don't take away mine, and my light don't take away yours. This is why it should be a collaboration versus competition. Do you know what we can do together? What? Do you know what women can do when they put themselves together, their minds together, their resources together, ideas together, work ethic together? I love it. I love it. It's nothing we can't do. Nothing. Nothing that we can't do. Y'all girls rule the world. For real. For real. But Small Business Saturday, y'all find you a pop-up shop to join. Or go out there and support the entrepreneurs and the self-employed. That's one way to always honor Small Business Saturdays and the people that are working. Purchase something of theirs that they've worked really hard on. Also share. If you see somebody sharing a small business post or a product or anything like that, share it. It don't take nothing from you. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So help be a part. Let's show support. especially when you're in a community. We have the Sisters Cafe Network, which y'all can come join. Come on over here and join the Sisters Cafe Network. It's a whole network over here. It's a private page, so you would have to be let in. But absolutely, women, sorry, men, women, come over and join the Sisters Cafe Network, where when my sister wins, I win. Y'all, this cinnamon stick is doing its thing in this coffee, like for real. For real, for real. See, if you just keep working that stuff, it works. I didn't know what that cinnamon stick was going to do because it hadn't done nothing in the beginning. But now I know to warm it up in the cup. Now I know. I'm so super excited. So when you guys come over for coffee, meet me at my coffee bar and I'll get a cinnamon stick for your coffee. But y'all, on a serious note, it is November. It is the holiday season. And it is a great time to change your frown into a smile. But on the flip side, much prayers to those who have difficult times during the holidays. I understand it very, very well. Very, very well. It's not always easy when you lose a loved one around the holidays, because then that memory is always there and attached to that holiday. So many prayers to you. You are not forgotten. You are not ignored. And you are not alone. We are here. But let's work on some things that we are super grateful for. Grateful for. Because it's a lot that we can be grateful for. Seriously. I know you are writing a list of what you're grateful for, but don't always think big. Yes, we're grateful for the house, but bottom line, I'm grateful for shelter. So it wouldn't matter what the house looked like or what the apartment was or what the studio is. I have a roof over my head, so I don't get rained on. I don't get rained on and I don't get sunburned in my house. So I appreciate the roof and the walls. It might sound silly, but there's people who don't have it. People who do not have a roof or walls. It's people that would love to switch places with you. Love to. I posted something a while ago, and I do it every so often, but it says somebody took your same situation and won with it. We tend to lean towards what we lack. We lean towards the negative. Nah, somebody will take your exact situation that you're complaining about and win. So we don't want to complain because, one, we don't want to go around this mountain no more. We want to grow. We want to heal. We want to forgive. And we want to do better. Why? Because we are daily striving to be our best selves.
Outside, why you worry when you know that he gon' make a way? I done seen him make a blessing like 100 ways. Everybody got a time, a dog gon' have a day. Only running to the Lord, I never run away. Curving him, demons try to get me, but I'm swerving him. Circle him, target in my flesh, I had to murder him. Satan only come to steal your joy just like a burglar. Smirking him, I know he got it covered like a pergola. We go ahead and knock it out the park and turn the bases. You was walking faith and started running out of patience. I sat at the table with my plate, I'm saying gracious. We cast all our cares, forget your past, turn the page. I say, yeah, buddy, rolling like a big shot.
I want to leave you with an affirmation. And you can say this with me. I am grateful. I am growing. I am ready. Put that in the comments. I am grateful. I am growing. I am ready. Don't forget that the Sisters Cafe 2026 I Win Conference is going to be March 27th and 28th in Houston, Texas. Don't forget to stop over at that Sisters Cafe online store and grab you some cafe swag, as well as your copy of The Best Version of Me. Don't forget to send in those nominations for the Women Crush Wednesday Awards brunch that will take place on March 28th here in Houston. If you haven't, Go join that Sisters Cafe network group where we keep networking and supporting those that are in our network. You can sign up on the website for the email list, text alerts, and anything of that sort. We are coming up on the end of 2025. If you haven't done it, get it done. If God told you to do it, get it done. We don't have a lot of time, y'all. This year just flew by. 2026. Does anybody remember when we first wrote 2000? When we start writing 2000, did you ever, to even hear 2025 was like unimaginable. Like right now we hear that I think electric vehicles, no, gas vehicles will no longer be a thing by 2032. We used to think that was so far out. That's around the corner now. That is bananas, y'all. Time is flying. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. It doesn't wait for any man. We don't have another day to do A, B, and C. We don't have another day to forgive. We don't have another day to get right with Christ. We don't have another day. We don't have it. We don't have it. Y'all, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's shape up and ship out. But I thank you for being here for this segment of Sisters Cafe. Remember, you can catch me here every Wednesday on Power Influence Radio for Woman Crush Wednesday. I'll see you again next week for another segment of Sisters Cafe.